Today we are talking about a United States of America $1 coin from the year 1979, a coin that many people have seen, many people have spent, and many people still have lying quietly in drawers, boxes, wallets, and old collections without realizing that this small piece of metal carries history, mystery, and real market value attached to it. The 1979 $1 coin is especially famous because it introduced a completely new design to American currency, featuring Susan B. Anthony, a powerful symbol of women's rights and American social change, making this coin not just money, but a historical statement. When you look at this coin closely, you will notice that it is smaller than earlier dollar coins, and this size change confused many people at the time, which is one of the reasons millions of these coins were saved instead of spent, and that behavior alone plays a role in today's collector demand. The 1979 $1 coin was struck at different mints, including the Denver Mint with a D mint mark and the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark, and both versions have their own identity, their own collector base, and their own value depending on condition, strike quality, and preservation. The 1979 D mint mark $1 coin was produced in large numbers at the Denver Mint, and while it is not considered rare in circulated condition, it still holds steady value in today's market, especially when found in fine condition with clear details, minimal wear, and readable lettering. Collectors look carefully at the hair details of Susan B. Anthony, the sharpness of the date, and the overall surface quality of the coin, because even small differences can separate a common circulated example from a desirable collectible. In today's market, a 1979 D $1 coin in fine condition is generally valued a little above face value, but that value can increase when the coin shows stronger eye appeal, original surfaces, and no harsh cleaning. Many collectors prefer these coins as affordable entry pieces into U.S. dollar coin collecting, which keeps demand alive year after year, even decades after the coin was first released. On the other hand, the 1979 $1 coin without a mint mark, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, carries its own importance and recognition in the coin collecting world. These no-mint mark coins are often encountered in circulation, yet fine condition examples are becoming harder to find as time passes, because most were either spent heavily or mishandled without care. A well-preserved 1979 Philadelphia dollar coin with smooth surfaces, balanced wear, and strong details can attract collectors who are trying to complete date and mint sets, and that steady collector interest supports its market value today. In the current market, a fine condition no-mint mark 1979 $1 coin usually trades at a modest premium over face value, but the real value comes from consistency, originality, and the story it tells as part of America's late 20th century coinage transition. What makes the 1979 $1 coin truly fascinating is not just its price, but its role in history and the psychology of collectors. This coin represents an era when the United States attempted to modernize its currency system, encourage the use of dollar coins, and honor influential historical figures in a new way. While the Susan B. Anthony dollar did not succeed in replacing the $1 bill, it succeeded in becoming a lasting collectible, studied, discussed, and searched for by people who understand that value is not always about rarity alone, but about meaning, demand, and long-term interest. Many collectors today actively seek fine condition examples because they strike a perfect balance between affordability and historical importance, making them ideal for both beginners and experienced numismatists. In today's coin market, condition remains everything, and a 1979 $1 coin that has avoided heavy circulation, deep scratches, corrosion, or improper cleaning will always stand out. Coins kept in original condition, stored properly, and handled carefully continue to show slow but steady appreciation, especially as newer collectors enter the hobby and older examples disappear into permanent collections. Whether the coin carries a D mint mark from Denver or no mint mark from Philadelphia, its value today reflects not just metal and age, but demand, nostalgia, and the ongoing fascination with American coin history. If you have one of these coins, it is worth taking the time to examine it closely, understand its condition, and appreciate what it represents, because sometimes the true worth of a coin is not just what it sells for today, but what it becomes tomorrow in the hands of a collector who understands its story. If you enjoy learning about American coins like this 1979 $1, and you want to discover more hidden value, history, and collector insight, make sure you stay connected, keep watching, and continue exploring the world of U.S. coinage, because ordinary-looking coins often carry extraordinary stories waiting to be revealed. As we go even deeper into the story of the 1979 United States $1 coin, it becomes clear why this coin still captures attention decades later, even though many people once ignored it. When this coin was first released, the public reaction was mixed, and that reaction itself shaped how the coin survived through time. Many Americans confused it with the quarter because of its size and color, and because of that confusion, large numbers of these coins were removed from circulation and stored away. Ironically, that early rejection is one of the biggest reasons why collectors today still find excitement in searching for clean, fine-condition examples, because untouched coins that were saved unintentionally often retain better detail and surface quality than heavily used coins from other years. This creates a unique situation in the market where availability exists, but true quality becomes the deciding factor for value. Collectors today study the $1,979 coin very carefully, paying attention to small details that the average person would never notice. The rim, the edge lettering, the sharpness of the eagle on the reverse, and the clarity of the facial features all play a role in how the coin is judged. Even in fine condition, slight differences in where patterns can affect desirability, and that is why experienced collectors never rush when evaluating a coin like this. The market value today reflects not only the coin itself, but the knowledge of the buyer and the patience of the seller. Coins that are honestly graded and well-presented tend to sell more easily and more consistently, especially in online marketplaces where trust and visual appeal are critical. Another important aspect of the 1979 $1 coin is how it fits into complete collections. Many collectors aim to assemble full runs of Susan B. Anthony dollars, and that means they need both mint mark and no mint mark examples from the first year of issue. That steady need keeps demand alive year after year, even when prices do not explode dramatically. Stability is often overlooked, but in the coin world, steady demand is a powerful force. Coins like this become long-term holds rather than quick flips, and that mindset protects their market value during economic changes and shifts in collector interest. The story of this coin also connects emotionally with many collectors, especially those who remember seeing it in circulation during childhood or receiving it as change without understanding its importance. Nostalgia plays a quiet but strong role in coin collecting, and the $1,979 is a perfect example of how memory and history combine to create lasting interest. As new generations discover these coins through family collections, old jars, and inherited boxes, the cycle of curiosity begins again, and that curiosity feeds the market in a natural way. Coins that carry stories are always more powerful than coins that exist only as metal. In today's market environment, where digital payments are replacing cash, physical coins are becoming symbols of a disappearing era. This shift adds another layer of value to coins like the 1979 $1, because they represent a time when everyday transactions involved real, tangible currency. Collectors understand this transition and often focus on coins that mark changes in design, policy, or public behavior. The Susan B. Anthony dollar stands right at the center of such a change, making it historically important even if it is not extremely rare. If you are holding a 1979 $1 coin today, whether it has a D mint mark or no mint mark at all, you're holding a piece of American history that continues to be studied, collected, and appreciated. Its current market value may seem modest, but its long-term appeal lies in consistency, recognition, and historical relevance. Coins like this reward patience and knowledge, and over time, they often gain respect even if they do not gain sudden dramatic price jumps. The real collectors know that not every valuable coin shouts loudly. Some speak quietly through time. As awareness grows through videos, discussions, and shared knowledge, more people are beginning to look twice at coins they once ignored. That renewed attention keeps coins like the 1979 $1 alive in the collector conversation. Whether you are a beginner, an investor, or simply someone curious about the money in your hand, understanding coins like this opens the door to a deeper appreciation of history, value, and the hidden stories behind everyday objects. Keep learning, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a single dollar coin to carry decades of meaning, interest, and potential. As time continues to pass, the 1979 United States $1 coin keeps quietly strengthening its position in the world of collectors, not through sudden hype, but through long-term recognition and historical weight. Coins like this teach an important lesson in numismatics, that real value is often built slowly, supported by education, awareness, and respect rather than short-term excitement. Many serious collectors today focus on coins that mark the beginning of something new, and the $1,979 stands as the first year of the Susan B. Anthony series, giving it a special status that will never change. First-year issues are always remembered, always discussed, and always included in educational material, which naturally keeps interest alive across generations. Another factor that continues to support the value of this coin is the growing global audience for American coinage. Collectors outside the United States increasingly study U.S. coins because of their stable history, clear documentation, and strong collector communities. The 1979 $1 coin often becomes an entry point for international collectors who want an affordable yet meaningful piece of American monetary history. This expanding audience slowly increases demand, especially for coins that remain in fine condition with natural surfaces and honest wear. As more people learn what to look for, average examples become less attractive, while better preserved coins quietly move into stronger hands. The way this coin is stored and presented also plays a critical role in its future. Coins that are kept in protective holders, away from moisture and harsh handling, maintain their appearance far better over time. Collectors who understand this often treat even common coins with respect, knowing that preservation today shapes value tomorrow. A $1,979 that looks ordinary now may stand out years later simply because it survived in better condition than most. This slow process of attrition is one of the most powerful forces in the coin market, and it works silently in favor of those who are patient. Market trends also show that educational content has a direct impact on collector behavior. As more videos, articles, and discussions highlight the history and characteristics of coins like the 1979 $1, more people begin to check their own collections. This renewed attention does not instantly raise prices, but it strengthens the foundation of the market. Coins supported by knowledge are less likely to be forgotten, and forgotten coins are the ones that lose relevance. The Susan B. Anthony dollar, despite its early criticism, has proven that relevance can grow with time. Emotion also remains an invisible driver of value. For many people, this coin represents a connection to parents, grandparents, or a specific period in life when cash still felt personal and physical. That emotional attachment encourages people to keep these coins rather than sell them quickly, reducing available supply and increasing long-term stability. Coins that stay in families for decades often reappear later in better condition than coins that were constantly traded, and this pattern continues to shape the collector landscape. As the world moves further into digital finance, tangible objects like coins gain symbolic importance. The 1979 $1 coin becomes not just a medium of exchange, but a reminder of a transitional era when design, politics, and public opinion collided in American currency. That deeper meaning ensures that this coin will always be studied and discussed, even if its face value remains small. Collectors who understand symbolism know that history gives coins endurance, and endurance is what keeps them relevant across generations. In the end, the true strength of the 1979 United States $1 coin lies in its balance. It is not too rare to be unreachable, and not too common to be ignored. It sits perfectly in the middle, accessible, educational, and historically rich. Whether it carries a D mint mark from Denver or no mint mark from Philadelphia, its identity remains strong and clear. For those who take the time to understand it, this coin offers more than money. It offers insight into how value, history, and human behavior are deeply connected through something as small as a single dollar. What shocks most people when they truly understand the 1979 United States $1 coin is not what it was worth yesterday, but what it represents today and what it is quietly becoming in the collector world. This is the kind of coin that does not scream for attention, yet it steadily pulls serious eyes toward it as knowledge spreads. The moment collectors realize that this coin marks a historical turning point in American currency, their perception changes completely. It stops being just a dollar and starts being a symbol of transition, controversy, and persistence, and coins with those qualities never stay ignored forever. History has proven again and again that coins once mocked or rejected often return with strength, and the Susan B. Anthony dollar fits perfectly into that pattern. As awareness increases, the market begins to behave differently. Coins that were once treated casually are suddenly examined under magnification, discussed in collector groups, and featured in long-form educational videos. This shift alone adds pressure to supply, because people stop selling blindly and start holding with intention. When intention enters the market, value changes its behavior. Even fine condition examples, which once seemed ordinary, begin to command respect simply because fewer people are willing to let them go. This psychological shift is powerful, and most people outside the collector world never notice it happening until it is already well established. What truly elevates the 1979 $1 coin is the fact that it belongs to a closed chapter. No more first-year Susan B. Anthony dollars will ever be made. No future redesign can replace that moment in time. This finality creates a silent strength behind the coin, because collectors understand that historical positions cannot be duplicated. As years pass, coins from transitional eras gain momentum, especially when they reflect social change, government experimentation, and public reaction all at once. This coin carries all three, and that combination is rare in itself. The shocking reality is that many high-quality examples are already locked away in collections, forgotten boxes, and long-term storage, slowly disappearing from active circulation. Every year, environmental damage, mishandling, and loss remove more coins from the pool. This natural reduction quietly pushes remaining examples into a stronger position. Coins do not need explosive headlines to grow. Sometimes they rise through silence, patience, and steady recognition. The $1,979 is moving along that exact path. Another factor that adds intensity to its future is the generational shift in collectors. Younger collectors are not only chasing gold and silver, they are chasing stories. They want coins that represent moments, struggles, and change. The Susan B. Anthony dollar tells a story of ambition, resistance, and legacy, and that narrative resonates deeply with modern audiences. As storytelling becomes a dominant force in collecting culture, coins like this gain an edge that pure metal value cannot provide. When you combine historical importance, first-year status, limited survival in true fine condition, growing global interest, and emotional connection, you create a foundation that is far stronger than most people realize. This is where value transforms from something small into something meaningful. Not overnight, not through hype alone, but through a steady awakening of understanding. The collectors who recognize this early are always the ones who benefit the most in the long run. This is why experienced collectors never laugh at a coin that has survived controversy. They study it. They respect it. They wait. The 1979 United States $1 coin has already survived public confusion, circulation failure, and decades of misunderstanding, yet it still stands firm in the collector market. That survival alone adds weight to its presence. Coins that endure criticism often outlive trends, and coins that outlive trends become permanent. So when someone holds this coin today, they are not holding spare change. They are holding a preserved moment of American monetary history that continues to gain depth with time. Its true power lies not in instant profit, but in accumulated recognition. As more people learn, fewer people sell, and stronger hands take control, the coin's position becomes more solid, more respected, and more valuable in the ways that truly matter to collectors. This is how ordinary coins quietly transform into respected collectibles. This is how value grows without noise. And this is why the 1979 $1 coin continues to surprise those who once underestimated it, proving that history always rewards patience, knowledge, and vision. What is truly shocking now is how the dollar market itself has begun to look differently at coins like the 1979 United States $1, not as spare change, but as strategic collectibles that quietly move with time rather than against it. In a world where the value of paper money rises and falls rapidly, physical coins with historical backing begin to feel safer, stronger, and more reliable to long-term thinkers. Collectors are no longer asking only what a coin is worth today, but what position it will hold in the future market, and the $1,979 is increasingly being discussed as a sleeper piece that holds its ground while other trends come and go. This shift in mindset alone pushes demand upward, because when perception changes, the market follows. As inflation, economic uncertainty, and global currency pressure continue to affect the dollar, tangible assets gain attention. Coins that represent stable eras, important transitions, and completed series begin to attract collectors who want something solid to hold. The Susan B. Anthony dollar fits perfectly into this movement because it is backed by government history, cultural importance, and a fixed place in American coinage. When collectors move money from fast-moving markets into physical collectibles, coins like this benefit quietly but powerfully. The result is a slow tightening of supply and a steady strengthening of market confidence. What many people do not realize is that coin markets do not explode first, they compress. Prices do not jump suddenly until supply becomes thin and demand becomes emotionally driven. Right now, the 1979 $1 coin is entering that compression phase, where fewer quality examples are available, stronger collectors are holding longer, and casual sellers are slowly disappearing. This is the phase experienced collectors watch very closely, because history shows that once compression is complete, recognition follows. The market may look calm on the surface, but underneath, pressure is building. Another shocking reality is how grading culture has influenced the dollar coin market. As more collectors learn about condition standards, fewer coins qualify as truly desirable. A fine condition coin today is no longer judged casually. It is compared, analyzed, and filtered. This raises the bar and naturally lifts the perceived value of coins that meet those standards. When standards rise, supply effectively drops, even if total numbers remain high. This invisible reduction is one of the strongest drivers of long-term value growth. The dollar market also reacts strongly to storytelling, and the 1979 $1 has one of the strongest stories of its era. A coin that was meant to change spending habits, failed publicly, yet succeeded historically, becomes fascinating over time. Markets love irony, and collectors love redemption stories. The more this story is told, the more the coin separates itself from ordinary circulation issues. This separation is critical because once a coin leaves the category of common, it never fully returns. International interest further strengthens the market. Outside the United States, the American dollar is not just currency, it is a symbol of economic power. Coins connected to that symbol attract attention from collectors who see them as cultural artifacts rather than spending money. As global collectors enter the market, competition increases, and competition always supports value. Even modest coins feel stronger when demand becomes international rather than local. The shocking truth is that the market does not need hype to move. It needs belief. And belief is growing around coins that represent closed chapters in American currency history.